Well, everyone, it's finally time to say goodbye to the red car trolley as it becomes part of Disneyland history and closes permanently to make way for changes over at Avengers Campus. But without further ado, let's get into this video and ride it one more time. All right, so DCA is going to be the first stop because we're going to try to do the trolley on its last weekend. And then we're headed to get some food items and who knows what else. But
and just enjoy a rainy day.
Yeah, rainy day at Disneyland. It's been a while. So the trolley just took off and look at this line. This is probably at least 30, 45-minute line. But you know what? It's our last time ever riding it. So I say it's worth it. Let's do it. We're getting on.
Yeah, beginning with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs back in 1937, followed by Pinocchio and Fantasia in 1940. 10 years later, in 1950, the first live-action film under the Walt Disney Pictures banner would debut, and that would be the film Treasure Island. Griffith Park was actually where Walt got his inspiration for Disneyland, from watching his daughters ride around on a carousel. We actually have the park bench that Walt sat on over inside of the Opera House on Main Street, USA. As we continue along, over here will be the entrance to the Grizzly Peak Airfield, home to Soarin' Around the World. If you've ever wanted to travel around the world and not have to worry about going through customs, then Soarin' is definitely the attraction.
All right, so next up, I'm gonna be getting a special item from Award Wieners. This is actually the banh mi hot dog specific to Lunar New Year Festival. I didn't get it the first time. It's something I wanted to try, and now it's on our list today, so Mondo and I are gonna try it. I'm gonna pick it up, and we'll see how it is. Everyone's been saying it's good, so I have high hopes. Thank you. So here we are. This is the banh mi hot dog. So it's got your traditional banh mi like items, right? You've got your barbecue pork belly in the middle. You have your pickled carrots, daikon, jalapenos, the cilantro. But this time it has like a creamy dressing on it, as well, of course, as the hot dog. It's all on a French roll baguette, so not a traditional hot dog bun. And then you get the famous film strip fries from over here at Award Wieners. So this looks really good. I'm excited to try it. We have to do it undercover because it's raining, so the area where we're going to be trying it doesn't have the best lighting, but we'll do our best. So this was probably one of the better items I've had, and I'm so happy that I spent the time to revisit this and come back to Award Wieners to try this. This is the banh mi hot dog again. It has all the normal fillings that you would have in a banh mi sandwich, but you throw the hot dog in. I loved it. I saw this on Food Beast. I saw it from California Adventure. They all loved it. So we came back to try it out, and it did not disappoint. Very much reminds me of the hot dogs that you get over at the Craftsman's Grill over at the Grand Californian Hotel, because they do featured hot dog of the month, and they're very all out, very fancy, just like this. This came in just over $14, and then with the discount, it's like $12. So not a bad price, honestly, and it's a pretty big item. So I'm sharing it, and it's going to be just fine for me. So definitely recommend it if you guys can get it before the festival ends. You only have until February 16th. All right, so before we head into
Cars Land.
Mondo, what are your thoughts on just this dead space here at Avengers Campus, the Doctor Strange Sanctum?
When it all debuted, the Sanctum made sense. There's a show, meet and greets. It brought a crowd. But the crazy part is all the architecture that this had. They kind of made it seem like this was going to be important. All the detail you see. And then they did this photo op of the ground kind of going in. It's like an Instagram thing. It had potential, but in all reality, it wasn't practical. It didn't make sense. Theme park real estate is so valuable here at Disneyland Resort. So to use it for this random thing and then this weird photo op that nobody cares about, it's just a waste. It's a waste of potential. There is hope, though, that a lot of things could change in the near future with the big expansion happening right across over here with Infinity Defense, Tony Stark ride. And for all you know, maybe another restaurant could be coming, or maybe this gets really flushed out more in a meet and greets. Who knows what this area could be, or more dining. Yeah, because Pim Test Kitchen, It's actually really popular, and the same thing with the Pim Test, the bar as well.
Yeah.
It's very popular, and it's only going to become more popular when all this expansion happens. More foot traffic is going to come through here, so I expect lots of change to happen in this area. It just doesn't make sense for where Disneyland is heading in the next like 10 years. We're in for a good trip. We're in for a good trip. Yeah. Hopefully, Disneyland or D23 2026 is the big one.
That's what we're hoping.
And we just get everything flushed out of what the heck's happening at Disney California Adventure, Disneyland Forward, Disneyland. You know, I just hope things are headed in the right direction with the big word turbocharge. Turbocharge. Josh tomorrow. We need to turbocharge all of this.
Yeah, there's that last look at the thing.
Turbocharge it.
So this is the real reason I came over here. As you're walking from Avengers Campus into Cars Land, this normally would have been just like the roadside, right? You're on Route 66 headed into, you know, the town of Radiator Springs. And this used to be just roadside. It had like a bunch of billboards that you would encounter kind of like you're driving down a road. But they've now turned it into a dining space, and they call it Red's Community Garden, themed to Red, the fire truck from the movie. He actually has a meet and greet that we just passed a little bit back there. He's not greeting today because it's raining. But they added a ton of additional dining space, which the Cozy Cone Motel desperately needed. There was never anywhere to dine over here when you got your food from the cones. People were either standing up eating it, or they were taking over to Flo's V8 Cafe. So now we have this amazing new place that honestly was a really good use of this space. They added some of the tail light flowers on the side, and then they have a new archway to commemorate the spot called Red's Community Garden. And you walk on in, and there's a ton of new dining space, lots of places for you to eat, bring all your snacks. I think it's a very good addition. Honestly, have you guys come over here though and encountered a time that you couldn't get any food? That's usually the case over here. I mean, couldn't get any places to sit, usually the case. So new space over here, don't worry about dining. And then there's another new change over here over at the Cozy Cone Motel with the way that you order your food and pick it up. So we're gonna do that next, and I'll show you in just a second. So the big change that happened over here at the Cozy Cone Motel is you no longer wait in line at all the different booths. Honestly, it was such a hard thing for cast members to have to try to handle taking your order and then simultaneously making your order right afterward. So they have this really great now centralized ordering space. It's kind of like a drive-through. It's even got speakers on it, just like you would expect like at a drive-in or a drive-through. Very on theme for Cars Land. But essentially you wait in one line, and then you head on inside, order what you want to get, and then you go to your specific cone and pick it up. You can also do mobile order and then go straight to the cone as well too. But it makes waiting in these spaces a lot easier. It's way more organized than it was before, and it's a much better option, I think. So we're gonna try it out, get some snacks, and then head on to Red's Community Garden and eat our snacks. This is the key lime churro from the Cozy Cone Motel. Let's try it. Gosh, it's so tart. So it's supposed to be like key lime, right?
It's key lime.
It's just lime. There's no key lime flavor to it. It's very tart, very sour. I don't like this one.
Yeah.
I like some of the regular, like the fancy churros, but this one's not one of them.
It's like it was made for no reason. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it's okay. I think I like the graham cracker like crumbs on it. That's good. It makes it taste like a pie crust.
Yeah.
But this is not key lime.
No.
So I wanted to make my way over here to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge across the way at Disneyland Park because we got some really big news from Disney that they're going to be sharing an announcement with us this weekend regarding Star Wars Season of the Force and a new character that we might be seeing over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge here for meet and greets. Disney shared a little clip with us this morning on social media right here in front of the Millennium Falcon showing what looks like Luke Skywalker walking up with R2-D2 as a character here in Batuu and Galaxy's Edge. So it's exciting because that means during Star Wars Season of the Force, which is happening later on in March, we're going to get a meet and greet potentially with Luke Skywalker. and maybe who knows what other characters they're going to announce. But they said that they would share some more information on February 10th. So I'll be looking forward to that, to seeing what it is. And I'm down for any characters that involve Star Wars coming to Galaxy's Edge, even if they aren't in the timeline that this land was supposed to be in. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us on this quick update here for what's new at Disneyland. I'm happy I got to do the red car trolley one more time. Just enjoy it before its final day tomorrow. Actually, unfortunately, won't be here. It's also Disney California Adventure's 24th birthday tomorrow. So a lot going on. It's going to be busy. But thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for the latest podcast episodes of the 5571 podcast and also the latest vlogs here at Disneyland. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.